Sorry for my tardiness, guys. Look, obviously a very disappointing game. I think there's no question like we're tough, but we just have to be better from an execution standpoint. We got to be able to execute in situations. We got to be able to execute on a play-by-play basis, and we didn't do that. I would also say as the game wore on, our fundamentals began to slip, and that could be a combination of things. But look, we'll watch the film with a critical eye, and we just gotta put a better team out there.
Jerod, but the 12 penalties and like you just said with the execution, what are you telling your team after a day like today?
That we can't do it. We talk all the time about pre-snap and post-snap penalties. It just wasn't a good day.
Jerod, how would you describe the separation at this point between Jacoby and Drake at quarterback? Is there a big gap between the two of them?
I don't want to get into like the separation talk. I will say, look, Jacoby's out there trying to do what we've asked him to do from the start. He's taken some big hits, and his toughness continues to show up. Execution from the entire offense has to be better going forward. So.
Jerod, just obviously the defense had held them down for a better part of the game.
Yeah.
Do you think fatigue factored in on the 15-play 80-yard drive to put them ahead?
Yeah, I know for a fact fatigue played a part in this game. You think about Marte, this being his first game and playing pretty much every snap. I appreciate him doing that, but at the same time, like we got to get off the field. We got to be able to move the ball offensively. We have to win the time of possession game, or at least be close. Which once again they controlled that.
Jerod, on the pass to Jalen in the back of the end zone, the closing minutes, what were your thoughts on how that play unfolded? And did you get an explanation from the referees on how the ruling and how it was overturned?
Look, you guys can ask the referees about that. I thought it was close. It was close, but it was the correct call in my opinion. But I'll have to go back and watch the film. I saw the replay live. Just a tough call.
Hey, Jerod, just to what do you attribute the lack of production in the passing game?
I think it's a combination of things. It's not just one person. It's everyone just going out there and executing. It's not even knowing what to do. It's, all right, a piece moves. We got to be able to identify that and go out there and execute. So.
Jerod, what did you think of the way the offensive line played today compared to the last couple weeks?
Yeah, I will have to look at the film. I would say there were times where the pocket looked pretty clean, and then there were times where you had a free runner right up the A-gap, and we got to do a better job taking care of that. It's about consistency. That's what it's about. It's about consistency.
Phil Perry on the left.
Jerod, late in the game on third down, they called a pass interference on Christian Ellis, led to a touchdown drive. Did they explain to you the foul on that play? Was there any sort of explanation after the fact?
That's a question for those guys. They threw the flag, and we always talk about, we'll do business is being done. We just got to do a better job as a whole, with penalties in general, whether it's holding or pass interference or anything. Look, I don't think the referees are just out to get anyone in particular. I think we just got to play smarter.
Jerod, just as the head coach, how bothersome is it that things like discipline, penalties, production is getting worse, not better?
Yeah, the pre-snap stuff definitely bothers me. And look, we have guys that they're out there, they're trying their butts off, but at the same time, going back, not to sound like a broken record, it's about execution, especially in critical situations.
We'll go up here.
Jerod, anything that you can anything that you can share about Ramondre Stevenson? We saw him really efforting to get off the field late in the game, but I don't believe he went into the medical tent.
He went back in the game after that. So
I'm sorry.
We'll see. We'll see how he feels tomorrow.
Andrew Callahan.
Jerod, through 5 games, how would you assess the job you're doing as a head coach and your staff as a whole?
Well, I would say for me, look, it's all about getting better. It's all about learning. It's experience. Look, there are definitely things that I have to do better as a head coach. I would say the staff, they're still, they're getting on the same page. And once again, like I said earlier, it's about getting better every week. And that goes to communication between the staff, and then obviously I have to do a better job as a whole.
Jerod, you guys got down to the 12-yard line at the end of the fourth quarter and called 4 straight passes. Is there any thought of running the ball in that situation since you guys were more productive on the ground?
Well, there are a bunch of conversations. about that. We ended up throwing the ball. That's what we decided to do, and ultimately it's my decision. I would say, we average, over 7 yards a carry? I'm not sure. So that definitely was part of the decision, or I should say part of the discussion. We just didn't finish it up.
Couple final questions. Go to Dan Roach in the back.
Gerard, you talked about the offense needs to get going points-wise. 10, 13, and 3 the last 3 games. What kind of things can you do as the head coach in your mind to get more points produced with this offense?
We tell the guys all the time, once you cross the white lines, it's your offense, it's your defense, it's your special teams. You got to take accountability, and we got to look at ourselves in the mirror. Starting with myself and the rest of the coaching staff, and we just got to continue to progress.
Jerod, you talked, I believe, this week or last week about you expected to take some lumps. My question is, did you expect the lumps to be to this degree and the nature of which you're losing?
I expected to take my lumps just like a lot of other first-year head coaches. So, look, I'm fine with that. Once again, it's about the guys in that locker room, and we have to be better. We, including me. So.
Last question, far right, Sophie Will.
Hi, Jerod. Over here.
Oh, sorry.
I was just curious. We saw Keon White take 2 penalties on the same drive, both for 15 yards. Just what did you see from that drive, and kind of what was your message to Keon when he got off the field?
It comes back to discipline. Once again, it's all about discipline. It's about execution. I think those are the right calls. Thank you.